In the 1930s, speed itself was a symbol of national power. The Mercedes-Benz W125 Rekordwagen, built in 1938, was never meant for customers. It was built to prove dominance. At a time when most cars struggled to reach highway speeds, Mercedes engineers created a hand-built machine using aircraft-style aerodynamics and lightweight alloys. Under the body sat a 5.6-liter supercharged inline-8, sending 736 horsepower to the rear wheels through a manual transmission. With no computers, no simulations, and no modern tires, it reached 432.7 kilometers per hour on a public road. Only one was built, and it remains one of the most extreme demonstrations of engineering courage ever attempted. That ambition escalated even further just 1 year later. In 1939, Mercedes developed the T80, a car designed to exceed 600 kilometers per hour. Powered by a 44.5-liter aircraft-derived V12 producing over 3,000 horsepower, the T80 was closer to an airplane than a car. Magnesium alloys, aviation aerodynamics, and pure theoretical performance defined it. The challenge wasn't engineering, it was history. World War II stopped the project before it could run, but the T80 remains frozen proof that Mercedes was engineering beyond the limits of its time. After the war, Mercedes faced a new problem: rebuilding reputation. That rebirth came in 1954 with the 300 SL Gullwing. Designed to transfer racing success directly to the road, it targeted wealthy performance buyers and global prestige. It used a 3.0-liter naturally aspirated inline-6 with mechanical fuel injection, producing 215 horsepower, making it the fastest production car of its era at over 260 kilometers per hour. A lightweight tubular space frame chassis forced the iconic Gullwing doors. Expensive, complex, and hand-built, the 300 SL wasn't about volume, it was about identity. Mercedes was back. As performance matured, Mercedes began redefining sports cars themselves. The W113 Pagoda SL, introduced in 1963, was built to balance elegance, safety, and usability, especially for the growing American market. It used front-mounted inline-6 engines, rear-wheel drive, and a steel monocoque body. Power ranged from 150 to 170 horsepower, prioritizing refinement over aggression. The concave roof wasn't just beautiful, it improved structural strength. Over 48,000 units were produced, proving that safety and style could coexist. That same year, Mercedes built something far more imposing. The W100 Grosser was engineered for heads of state, built by hand in extremely limited numbers. It used a 6.3-liter naturally aspirated V8, not for speed, but for smooth, effortless authority. Hydraulic systems controlled windows, seats, doors, and suspension, decades before electronics became common. Fewer than 2,700 were built, and cost was irrelevant. This car defined luxury as power and control, not comfort alone. By the early 2000s, Mercedes faced a new challenge: merging extreme performance with modern luxury. The answer was the Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. Built between 2003 and 2009, it used a carbon fiber monocoque and a 5.4-liter supercharged V8 producing 617 horsepower. Front mid-engine, rear-wheel drive, and a top speed of 334 kilometers per hour made it a brutal grand tourer. Critics debated its weight and braking, but its reliability proved Mercedes engineering could survive extreme performance. Around the same time, Mercedes revived Maybach loudly. The Maybach Exelero, built in 2005, was a one-off engineering statement. Powered by a 5.9-liter twin-turbo V12 producing 700 horsepower and over 1,000 newton-meters of torque, it weighed more than 2.6 tons, yet reached 350 kilometers per hour in testing. It wasn't built to sell. It existed to prove that luxury could be dominant. Then came one of the most important sleeper cars ever built, the 2006 W211 AMG E63. Looked like a normal executive sedan until you pressed the throttle. A 6.2-liter naturally aspirated AMG V8 produced 507 horsepower, driving the rear wheels through a 7-speed automatic. It hit 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in about 4.5 seconds, while seating 5 in comfort. This car defined the modern super sedan formula the entire industry now chases. Mercedes' obsession has always extended beyond the road. The AMG GT3 DTM was built for controlled brutality, using a naturally aspirated 6.2-liter V8, regulated to around 550 horsepower. It focused on endurance, balance, and reliability under extreme racing conditions. Carbon fiber, sequential gearboxes, and strict regulations tested engineering discipline, not just speed. That philosophy reached its road-going extreme with the AMG GT Black Series in 2020. A 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 with a flat-plane crank produced 720 horsepower. Rear-wheel drive, active aerodynamics, and extensive carbon fiber made it a track car with license plates. It wasn't about comfort. It was about precision. In motorsport, that precision peaked with the Mercedes-AMG F1W11, powered by a 1.6-liter turbocharged V6 hybrid, producing over 1,000 horsepower. The W11 won 13 of 17 races in 2020. Lightweight carbon construction, extreme efficiency, and unmatched reliability made it one of the most dominant Formula One cars ever built. And finally, everything came full circle. The Mercedes-AMG 1 took that Formula One technology and put it on the road. A 1.6-liter F1 derived V6 combined with 4 electric motors produces over 1,000 horsepower. Carbon fiber monocoque, active aerodynamics, and all-wheel drive push it from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in under 3 seconds. Only 275 units exist. Emissions laws and durability nearly killed the project, but Mercedes refused to compromise. Mercedes-Benz isn't legendary because they build fast cars, or luxury cars, or reliable cars. They're legendary because for over a century, they have never stopped engineering the future. From pre-war speed records, to state-level luxury, to Formula One technology on public roads. Mercedes didn't follow history. They built it. That's it for today's video. Hope you found this video entertaining. If you did, please like and stick along for more.